the chosen one. I want to talk in this context about, again, the dynamics of the golden child, of the preferred child, of the chosen one, of the victimization of one of the people inside of the dynamics, which are usually the people who are watching my channel, and again about the hidden nature of the narcissistic mom, how to heal from it. And there's been coming up excuse me, lots of questions about how to get in contact with emotions and how to heal emotions. So I will get into this in this video. If you would like to, feel free to subscribe. I love to have you. And if you want to comment down there, I am ready. So I'm having extra time for reading all your comments and I love it. So let's get straight into it. I did make a video and I did talk about the dynamics frequently. When you are having a narcissistic mother, you are the chosen victim of the narcissistic mother, and then we're having like this third dynamic, which is pretty much a necessity for your narcissistic mother or for a narcissistic a person to have this chosen one inside of the dynamics with you as a victim, because it has a reason to maintain, I would say, the narcissistic mother's sanity. Let's put it like this, okay? A narcissistic mother knows exactly what she's doing. Why do we know that? She doesn't do it with everyone. Yeah, she doesn't do it with anyone, with everybody. I get the corrections. I'm having like some special correctors who are all correcting my videos and who are all loving it. She needs the dynamics of victimizing somebody secretly to be able to, this is like her own hidden part, her own hidden part of her personality. We were talking about this when a subscriber was talking about her schizophrenic part, and it is right, you know, although she is way more aware. I mean, technically we can't possibly say it. It is not schizophrenic, but the dynamic is that of almost a split personality, almost one of two personalities. We say she has two faces at least, you know, and this is certainly true. So you need to understand, if you had a narcissistic parent, a narcissistic mother, and you are especially the daughter, but I know that the dynamic is very similarly hurtful, if not more. Like narcissistic mothers hurt their boys, like their male children, in a different way. It is almost like a castrating way, you know. And the problem with the dynamics of the narcissistic mother with a daughter is often that the daughter, since this identity problem in this case, you as a woman identify and look for her to be like the one who would be the role model, who would be the one who will teach you without telling you what to do. This is how we learn, especially when it's about identity and when it's about the same sex. And what is so, let's say, so dangerous about the relationship, and what makes the relationship so sick, is that you as a woman, same as a man, I don't want to talk right now only to women, but I do recognize this a whole lot in the dynamics, and that men always have different ways of dealing. And I just want to point out the difference, because men identify as of their sex with their same sex. more in how they construct their well-being, but their emotional side, I think, is very much constructed with the narcissistic mother. And this gets, I think, much confusing for male sons, for sons of narcissistic mothers. Anyways, I want to talk a little bit about the dynamics of a narcissistic mother who has a daughter, and this daughter is for her also much of a mirror, of a projecting shield of her own, we could maybe say, childhood, of her inner child. I think this wouldn't be wrong to say. So this what makes these dynamics so much projective and so much instrumentalized, and gives the relationship of the narcissistic mother with the daughter a slightly different dynamic than the relationship of a narcissistic mother with a son. And I think the son perceives her very, very, very much more crazy. Men perceive women per se in their emotionality faster as crazy, so they can read the emotionality and the dynamics of communicating and of being emotional and of having the entire spectrum of emotionality. Women can deal with this rather better as something which is more of themselves. We do live our emotions way different than men do. Men have sometimes a rather stoic, a rather task-oriented thinking and feeling, let's say. They are a little bit more square, let's put it like this, and I know not everybody, and can perceive women in their outgoing emotionality as something quite disturbing. And I get this, that men, like boys, like sons of narcissistic moms, are very much shattered, in their trust, the women too, in their trust of the femininity, but also because they can even less read it. And I think it is for them as a male much more threatening in their entire integrity of relating and of building a healthy emotionality with themselves. I could be wrong. If you want to comment a little bit down below, though I have read many comments and I get this difference, that women start very strongly, although the guys too, but women in an intent of, this is the one I want to become as a child. We look towards a mother like the son looks towards a father in a different manner than towards the other sex. I hope I can express myself well here. So a woman not only starts to ask more and more for this approval of this narcissistic mother, I think a son can turn away a little bit easier while he can't integrate the emotional part, and can't integrate this relating towards the other sex, which is very much damaging the same, but the dynamics are a little bit different. I don't know if you can follow me on that. I would be very happy to hear some comments on it. The woman tries to please, the guy too, the daughter of a narcissistic mother tries to please the mother, to get from her the view of her identity, like she is gonna be a woman at some point, and she needs this woman to give her the thumb up. For men, the absence of men or of strong men or addictive men or weak men have also a very profound impact on their masculinity. But the crossing of the sexes is just still another issue, I think. Anyways, this subscriber, she said, how is this if I am, as the daughter of a narcissistic mother who needs, as I talked about it in videos before, her to be the victim also of the son. And this victim has a very special role in how the mother projects herself into a woman, all right? Because the mother is a woman. And although she can do this like malignantly with a man too, it has a slightly different and I think almost a more cruel dynamic to it. You can correct me on this. I get these impressions. So, a special dynamic between mother-daughter and how this mother needs somebody to be this shadow part of her, and she does choose this person consciously. Why do we know it? As I said, she doesn't do it with everybody. When she goes out, she's like applauded, she's like, yeah, and she's so easy, and she's so great, and she's so emotional, and she's so pleasing, and she's everything, and she's so intelligent, and she's so all in all. Inside the victim relationship, she keeps on having a relationship with herself, basically. Excuse me. Which covers up her absolutely sick emotional part and herself allowing to be the person she can't show somewhere else. And okay, I had to stop the video to cough. I'm back. This narcissistic mother was choosing a person in a very protected environment where she can live her victim side, and not only to live it, but to have this person always a little bit under her. She always will need you as a subscriber are watching me right now, and you have a narcissistic mother. So you will always be this person. I'm still scratchy. You will always be the person whom she needs to have a little bit under her, whom she needs to project her own unworthiness, unlovedness, unhappiness, her hidden negative and dark emotionality she does not want to touch and does not want to work on, because she refuses to touch on her let's say vulnerable part, because she does have it, and every child of a narcissistic mother knows that. So what she needs to not only have like this weird image of herself, because she does it too, of somebody going out and being all healthy and good, having somebody she totally oppresses. And this is like a little bit of too much of a difference for her too, So what she needs to do in order for herself to appear normal, healthy, and to still believe that there is something rather, let's say, the same relationship inside the family. Other people are outside people, so she can put up this face. But since she can't deal with this face inside of the family dynamics, she will always inside the family dynamics choose a chosen one, choose the golden one, choose the preferred one. Because this makes her understand, because she gets kind of sick of her own dynamics too, and she'll see you being all, confused, being all asking for love, being all hurt. She knows that, and she does feed off of that. But since this would get herself so much into like a cognitive dissonance, that she would think, oh my God, I'm doing so strange things here, better I get into myself and understand what I'm doing, though she wouldn't, So instead of that, she would go out and choose somebody which is her ideal self, like her inside of herself, understanding this is how I am really are, and this is who I procreated. This is the good one who is just like me, This person, like this kid, has all the attributes, which are mine, and I will show them off all over the place. And for you to not really notice it, she will let you down more and more and make the comparison even more hurtful to you, that you will be more confused, and she will again have you under her, so that you wouldn't make, let's say, parship with this person and say, yeah, you are so great and it makes me feel so good too, but that you go out and you're like, this is so weird, she treats me like this, and she treats this kid, for example, like that, or it could be a sibling, whoever who's around in the family, and who's let's say has qualities to be chosen by her, and she needs this to hide her victimized and victimizing nature. It's not a nature, it's what she chooses, how she chooses to behave. So she will always need those double dynamics, where she has the victim, she's, towards the outside world, the applauded one, and then inside this victim family relationship, she will always, if she can, she will do this. Choose somebody who's going to be this like total contrast to what she makes out of you, because she makes you, and you believe that. And it is, I mean, this is like this total I read thing in reality, this totally insane thing, that she needs you to be under her. I mean, it's just really sick, And for her to believe that she is good, that she can do good, and that she actually doesn't have this ambivalent look on her, from your side, that you would like look at her and you would think, she ain't that good, like she's weird, she goes out and she's different. And to escape those dynamics, she will just go and get another person who always looks like her, right? Mom or Grammy, who is always the preferred, always the applauded one again, always the golden child, always the chosen one, always the one who can't do no harm and is always doing good. This is something absolutely intrinsically to the dynamics of a narcissist or a narcissistic mother or parent. Okay? They need their own identification with this other person, which they think they are, though it's just their ideal thing, or what others before have asked of her to be and to do and to behave in life, what she couldn't live up to, because she can't victimize somebody this way if she wasn't victimized. This is not really, really, really possible. So any kind of victimization she has lived, she will put on you and will make you feel and be confused by her projecting into somebody else, be it your child, be it a sibling, be it whoever in the family, and idealizing this person to a totally like unrealistic degree, only for her to understand that this is who she is as her real identity. All right? So, what is the way for you to get out of those dynamics? I know you always ask me, how do I get out of this? I start understanding the dynamics, and people say, you're right. I hope I could express myself now well for you to be able to understand what I'm what I'm trying to transmit, also with the identity thing. And what I really, really, really want you to know, and the path I really, really, really want you to go, is how can you heal those emotions, especially when you do have still a person around you, like your kid or a sibling or somebody in reality, when you still keep on visiting her, where you are being, like, this is being put into your face, that this one is so much better, and this one is so enjoyable, and this one made her so happy, and this one is so perfect. You use exactly those moments when you are in the relationship, and there's always this questioning, should I go no contact? I can't tell you if you should go no contact. I can't make this decision for you. The problem is when you stay in contact and you're having like this big old wound here, it's like a funnel in your heart, in your soul, in your psyche, and you keep on going there, and she will throw in there like all her toxic stuff, all kind of things which will keep on burning you, and which will prevent you from becoming really strong and really understanding the dynamics. So the problem with the identity thing between women, and mother and the daughter, it's to a certain extent also with the son and the mother, but this this female identity, there is something which is so special, which makes you all the time go back and look if you can't get in the end the thumb up that you would have this idea of yourself, of your own identity, to be okay, to be loved in the end, to be appreciated, to be seen in your real nature. Because you have a good nature. And because you know this, and she seems to transmit something of that, you go all the time back and prove to her that you are good and you will take care of her. And in the end, it's something like, I will make you happy, that you, in the end, when you're so happy, you will say, you are great. You did this to me. Thank you so much. I was so wrong, in scapegoating you. And it is a really unhealthy dynamic, I gotta say that. And you gotta be very careful. I understand that, once you get out of the dynamics, they all bait you, and they're all like telling you need to stay, and getting all like into self-pity and showing their victim part, and getting sad and depressed. They are sad and depressed anyways. It's not because of you or because you go. This is their nature. Somebody can't treat you this way and be happy inside of themselves. It is just a hidden way of covering up their own depression, their own anxiety, their own feelings of not being enough, Everything she makes you feel is what she feels. Okay? So it doesn't make sense for you to try to save her, to try to enlighten her, to try to be the star of her life in the end, to make her change, to make her finally realize who you are and how life goes. You know, it doesn't make sense, because with each contact, she's going to hurt you more. She's getting into this funnel where she puts in her like her acid, you know, which burns you. And it doesn't make sense. If you need and want to maintain contact, and if you have become strong, and if you want to still save her and have to do something, which I haven't ever heard a case of, that this woman wouldn't be taken care of, this woman wouldn't have assistances, that this woman wouldn't have this and that, you know. And if people haven't stayed, you know, around her, and it's probably because she gave them such a hard time. I know these people, you know. They don't tell you like assistances that she's all mean. They just say they don't come back. You know, they have other things to do, like they can't anymore and stuff. But she has to drink this chalice, you know. She just has to drink this cup for herself. This is the only way for her to get healthy in the end. It is not by you catering to her and being there for her. It doesn't work, you know. She needs to understand who she is while you are getting out of the dynamics. So if you want to go back and get, you know, like get it with a stick, go. If you need to do it, you know, I respect. If you, since you have taken care of her all your life long and were the one who had to make her happy and who had to get her out of her depression, you know, had to get her out of her nice face and her being angry and upset and condescending and critical inside of your relationship, if you have to save her still, well, save her before you save yourself. It's totally up to you. You know, you can do that. And again, the dynamics with the golden child, you can see if this golden child still wants to come and visit and see her, you know, on which basis you can decide on if it was for that. But I don't think it is about that. It is about you still asking from her to finally give you her love. It is this poodle in the balcony door who says, love me finally, look at me, I'm so cute, you know. Works with poodle. You let him in and they're all happy. But she will not let you in. It's just not like that. So when you get all into those dark feelings, the moment you get into contact, or if you get all weird out, with the relationship she has with your child or with a sibling, stay in this emotion. Be there for yourself. And it is not only occurring now here in the present. It was occurring before, when it had impact on you, when it first occurred. And you need to go back to this emotion, because by going back to her and by trying to fix her, it is just for you a way to get around feeling these very strong emotions you were impacted by when she was doing this first. And you need to get in contact for you to get the wake up, you know, the snip, the getting out of the hypnosis, you know, and getting like landing in life. When you say, oh my God, what did I do? What did I ask her for? I was giving my life away for somebody who doesn't want to change. And in return, she would like even get worse, you know. She picked takes out my own kid or my son, my daughter, to get me into to those comparisons, to make me feel even worse, like opening up this abysm of me being still like worse than I was before, by showing me how much better this person is. I don't know if you understand this. I hope you understood this. So staying inside of your emotions at the moment they are coming up, your sadness, your anger, your guilt. Oh my God, this guilt, it's her responsibility to take care of herself. Not really getting better here. It is not your responsibility. Watch my videos about the guilt. And just don't believe it. Get rid of this guilt. You are not responsible for her well-being. You are responsible for your own well-being, and this is what you are trying to get around. I'm sorry. You are trying to not assume responsibility for yourself. And why? Because you're doing the same thing as she does. You don't want to get in contact with your hurt, which is a totally human and normal reaction. But once you're on the path of healing and you understand, I should get out. Actually, I would like to, do no contact. I would like to separate myself more from it. I would like to heal. But you're not doing the step. It's a totally human and natural reaction. We hate to go there. You need to make like a real effort, and a conscious effort to say, although I want to run, although I want to leave this woman, and although I would love to get out of the dynamics, once they come, and once I feel the strong emotions, of guilt, of shame, of being tired of it, of being confused about it, of whatever it is, my depression, my loneliness, this abandonment this woman has exercised on me. Nobody wants to go there, but you need to go there to heal. You need to stay in there. Also, if you see how she treats your kid and you becoming jealous and you're wondering what's all going on, stay there. This is what you wanted to have. She's showing you, look, it's so cruel. She's like, look, this is what you always had wanted. It's like giving you candy and holding it like here, never giving it to you. And she's like, look, if you would have been a good kid, I would have treated you like this. Check this out, It's just so mean and wicked, So what you need to do is really stay in the emotion of how it feels, how she says she treats this, and that you want this. You fought your life long for having it, for finally receiving it, but you can't have it. It's not for you, And the way you have tried to receive it, it was just a failed intent over and over again. Don't try it again, You need to give yourself love from now on. When you look at yourself, you say, you are so sweet. You are so great. I love you so much. I love how you do things. I love how sensitive you are. I love that you are here. I love that you have survived this path. I love the strength you have developed. I love your tenderness. You just talk to yourself, and you start to appreciate yourself. You can script. I am loved. And look by whom? By God, by myself, some people like the universe, Just do this exercise. Be loved now, but don't ask her to love you. And once you feel this, that you're like, this is so weird, you know, he can't do good, can do no harm, or she, you know. Just get into this feeling that this is what you've always wanted. Yeah, this was where you would have loved to be. Can't have it. You can't have it from her. Stop begging for crumbs. Stop begging. Start elevating yourself. Start being there. Start consoling yourself. Start being there for your inner child. Start attending your strong emotions. Stay there. Once they're there, hold space. Be present, you know, and see where this journey gets you to at the moment you hold. You will get the images of where this first occurred, and you'll cry them out. Do it. And it'll be, you know, it's somebody, I don't remember if it was the German channel or this one, would say, oh, you go like layer by layer. It's like that. And you cry for every layer, and you think this must be stopped at some point. But you will have to go through the layers, and you will have to like mourn it. You have to pass through this process of grief, of loss. We don't want to do that. I know. You have to do this. And don't wonder so much about them. Start wondering about yourself. Stop asking her to give you love, to finally change, to in the end apologize, to be all different, to realize, to wake up. She won't. She won't. And you keep like cutting yourself off of the source of life because you ask it from her. She is not your source of life anymore. She was it, you know, but you got stuck, you know, in your, let's say, in the child mind, in the child perception. You got stuck to think that this is the source of life, the source of approval, the source of love, the source of esteem, you know, the source of acknowledgement, of making something out of you. It's your turn. You can't get around that. I hope this was helpful for you. If you'd like to subscribe, leave me a comment and let me know if I could trace the dynamics with all my cough attacks good enough for you to get some answers out of this. God bless you, folks. If you'd like to apply for one of my coaching programs, you can get on the waiting list with Christina at christinajunge.com. You can write to me and I'll be happy to answer you and to see what we can do. Thank you so much. And guys, there was a different group, Germans. Bye. Oh, take much care. Until the next video. Ciao.